I'm watching Ms. Brown live, and the title is TBD. There's no one in her chat room. 36 watching. Anyway, we are at about around the 28-ish minute mark. And she is listening to Don B. And of course, yeah. Don B. is talking about the interview of Donald Wells and Candace Bly, the latest one. And Miss Brown has a very significant observation about how Don Wells phrases something. And I will attempt to do my best to point it out to you.
We're stripped away from all our kids. All our kids have been kidnapped from.
Which is one hell of a weird-ass way.
Ms. Brown says, after Don Wells says, we were stripped away from our children, she says, that's one hell of a weird-ass way.
The way Don said that.
The way Don said that.
They've been stripped away from their kids.
They've been stripped away from their kids.
Most people that gave a shit would be like,
most people that gave a shit would be like
our kids have been stripped away from us.
Our kids have been stripped away from us.
But they, at least he comes first before.
With they, at least he comes first before they do.
Or always. Oh, no, monsters are monsters, right?
I don't know. Monsters are monsters, right? By the way, I'm sorry about the inaudible parts where she's mumbling. I'm having you look at me, not her. I should have you looking at her, because in that moment, she realized what she just said. She's making the point that I have so often made about her. You know, I and my children. I and Lil. I. When you put yourself first, according to Jody Sue Brown, that's what monsters do.
But that doesn't mean...
Oh, what I meant to say was, if you were looking at her, you would recognize the body language right away. She realized she just totally put her foot, no, both feet, in her mouth.
It just means that's how monsters think, move.
It just means that's how monsters think.
Behave,
act.
And leaks out in their languages.
And it leaks out in the languages.
The way in which they always...
The way in which they always...
You rarely hear them say we.
You can really hear them say we.
Us, unless they're cognizant and aware that...
Unless they're cognizant and aware that...
They need to use those words.
They need to use those words.
There will never be a group. It'll always be them first.
It will always be them first.
Everybody else last. And
everybody else is last.
Some way, yeah.
In some way, yeah.
But, you know.
Or
their pain first. This first.
Their pain first. This first.
Whatever. Yeah, but it's...
But that's just...
Carrying on.
Carrying on.
Gordon Park is anything but quiet this time of year. But 3 years ago, it was filled almost weekly with people praying for summer wells.
I see all these families, with the kids and how much they enjoy them and stuff. And we were stripped away from all our kids. All our kids have been kidnapped from.
Which is one hell of a weird-ass way. The way Don said that. They've been stripped away from their kids. Most people that gave a shit would be like, our kids have been stripped away from us. But they, at least he, comes first before always. Oh, no, monsters are monsters, right? But that doesn't mean anything. It just means that's how monsters think, move, behave, act, and leaks out in their languages, the way in which they always... you rarely hear them say we, us, unless they're cognizant and aware and that they need to use those words. There will never be a group. It'll always be them first. Everybody else last in some way. But, or their pain first, this first, whatever. Yeah, but it's... Carrying on.
Carrying on.